And we're back.
I suppose we owe you our thanks.
No, you don't owe me anything. Let's go. Alright, so the store didn't have anything. Let's go talk to Wade.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
Alrighty.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
And we shall, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. So we got party members throughout the main scenario. Clive will often be joined by various companions. We know this. We know this. I mean, we had Sid for the longest time, right? Alright, so let's go. We couldn't really go anywhere else. So, we're going to go ahead and backtrack. It looks like we're
How long have you
backtracking.
been pursuing the Black Shields?
Yeah, so we can't even teleport, so we got to go this way.
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention.
You sound like I
It's
did.
been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Okay, I remember exactly where I put my points. You see, I have 3 limit break bars now. So I'll put it in the limit break. I probably need to build that up. Is there any enemies down here? It don't look like it. Get out of the way, peeps. I got y'all. We're finna go in, baby.
Come along now.
Yeah, there's no enemies around.
The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
There's a bunch of them, too. Kill the wizard first, of course.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black
Did you just
Shield?
disrespect my dog?
Then come! Die along with your
His name is
friend.
Torgold, baby. Now you finna get messed up. Disrespecting my wolf.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
You should be dead.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from
Who was next?
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Fuck it. Let's go.
my lord.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Oh wow, I missed that. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah. There he goes. I
A
knew.
noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Well, bring your arse on in, bruh. Oh my goodness.
Nice try.
I was like, I don't know how. And you're broken.
So wait!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We finish him.
Let's go, baby. Easy. Easy. Level up. Excuse me. Finally got a level up, dude. I'm gonna tell you, leveling up is very, very slow. Hopefully not until later. We need more EXP gear.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
Good job, dude.
We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord.
Straight to
Perhaps
the
this will
mud.
be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
You might hear some noise.
The nation we once knew
Some people
is
are
gone for
moving.
good. Her fields rot.
I apologize in
Her
advance.
people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
No, let's sit here and wait for him. I ain't scared. It doesn't matter if you're black or white.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Let's go then, baby.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Alright. Let's go. You know, I was roaming the internet or YouTube and came across Mario RPG Remake. Oh, I gotta buy a Switch now. Definitely. Most definitely.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
That dude walk heavy as hell, don't he?
Believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Goodness gracious, boy.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Why didn't he just do like the Phoenix thing or something, right?
The finest matter in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
Yeah, I like this, right? This kind of story right here.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
He leaned in a little bit too close right there, you know what I'm saying?
Inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach.
Dang, huh?
Shit.
Hitting the shit out of me, dude.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
Don't use the bad ones. Use the good plates. If you see one of my shorts, you know what I'm talking about.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Viceroy, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
I'd say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Oh, here's another song that's probably going to be copyrighted.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw.
Dang right. I gotta
Which,
run it.
if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
Oh snap. We got an army behind us now. Still wondering about Jill's story. You know what happened to her back at Ironhome.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could.
Okay, here we go. Backstory.
And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Dang right.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
Uh-uh.
No.
She didn't promise,
Let's
dude.
get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
I think that's going to be her journey. Definitely her journey. So, yes, I just pinned the Discord Streamers Academy in the chat. Just so people, if they want to join, you can go ahead and join up. Alright, so we must go back to the hideaway. Let's go. Here be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom.
Alright, but we got some side
Vivian
quests
could
going
probably
on.
make an educated guess.
Alright, let's see. We got side quests here. Side quests here. And you know for a fact that we're about to go do the side quest. So let's go to the left first. Actually, let's go straight. And then we'll come back so we can finish the whatchamacallit. Let's see if we got any new items. Doesn't look like it. We got this. Oh.
I didn't take.
Oh, this? I borrowed it from... Oh, where's your sense of it from spit?
If it's
Alright.
my blessing.
Well, but your mate...
Don't forget, we're kind of going through the side quests kind of
Something
quick.
tells me.
Fantastic!
So,
The only... A beast.
does the book say anything?
Well, only that the...
Roses. One of the butchers.
The culinary pilgrimage. Okay. That. Just looking around. Alright, now we can run over here. Still wish I could like full sprint in the towns.
How did we never
There are
hear?
new billets being posted every
So-
day.
Clive!
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. And if I'm honest, he ain't been... Normally it only takes... Something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spark. But I'm thinking he might...
Fine.
Knew you don't...
But if he doesn't want to talk.
All right. Now, he'll only wait a bit, then head up...
And then head over Blacksmith Blues. Desiree.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
There we go. Pillow talk. I'm still wondering what that
Best
100
of
one
luck
is,
out
so
there,
we're not
Sid.
gonna mess with it yet. Do we have any new monsters? Still same monsters. We're not worried about them right now. Looks like we gotta go talk to the blacksmith. Yeah, let's go. have to go back to Martha's Rest.
That monster's taking quite a lot.
I think the plus sign means like a special side quest or something. Cause it's the second time. Cause we got the first one with our chocobo that we got.
What's it gonna do?
August was worried. I thought you might want.
I told you not.
Clive just wants to talk to him. Please, mate.
Please, mate.
It's not the sort of thing you.
Why don't you tell us?
Carry on. Anyway, the other made my stuff. I should have put there. You got what you came.
All right.
Now piss off. All right, where do we go next? Where do y'all think we go?
I always thought of old Blackthorn. Didn't think it.
Blackthorn's always take. Something tells me that if he has doubt.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that. Assuming you're happy to help.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it.
All right, he's gonna have to hold. Right there, I see it. All right, so did we pick up anything else? I really want to know why I can't level up certain things, like certain weapons.
Clive.
What's that, dude? Ooh.
I always thought.
Oh, okay, so I thought it was something. Yeah, see, I can't really do anything, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's talk to her. What's up, Sharon?
Karen.
Or Karen?
Do you have a moment?
Charon.
Thorne mentioned that you'd.
And he ain't been himself.
Sorry, so didn't think Blackthorn cared, but it was nicely put. Next all his stuff.
You don't know where we might.
Like I said, I don't trust hunting.
I see.
He did tell me something that apparently.
Here, there's a grief. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe.
There it goes.
Thank you,
That's
Karen.
going straight to the hunt.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't. While you get on with.
Good idea.
Hell no, you gonna come help me, bruh. What's wrong with you? Oh, snap. I'm stuck. And he ain't gonna come help me. What kind of sense is that? He down to come chill with me, and you know I'm down to do whatever, and then oh no, I'm gonna let you do it. All right, so the griffin is here. Oh, it's a bee too. From Lost Wing to Karen Norvet. Vent. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the. Now, what am I supposed to do? Use the hunt board to locate. I did! Or am I just supposed to go to it? Alright, so we gotta go from Lost Wing. Let's go in and talk to her now. Continue on with the story while we're at it.
Again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, The Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago, in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
So pretty much they're G's, you know what I'm saying?
The crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
Oh, we get more than revenge, baby.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
All right.